Alright, welcome to another episode on the War of the Rebellion Explores. We're at Kaiser Josef Platz, where usually the buses leave on weekdays, not on the week, not on Sundays. And it's one of my last days in town. We're gonna go over there and look at a hole. Come on with me. Alright, there's our hole. Usually a lot busier during the week here. I'll try and make a beeline across if I can, traffic permitting. But yeah, this is the hole I was talking about. Today, we got a little statue there. Statue by the name for whom this square is named, which is Kaiser Josef. Let's go there. There he is. There. This is a crucial part. It was restored 1982, which is also when they relocated this monument. Looks like it needs some more restoration, right? There's some peel here. There he is. Kaiser Josef. There's a big monster of a skyscraper behind him. So that's it. We're gonna explore a hole. That's not a hole, right? It is. This, where I'm standing, was once a very nice little tower, but they tore it down for traffic. So let's go to the studio and look at some images of what actually stood here once and how it disappeared. So hello then from the studio here, and as promised in the videos there from Austria, I want to take you on a little trip into the archives. Thankfully, the Stadtarchiv in Wels has posted a number of beautiful images online related to Franz Josef Platz. So let's switch over to a split screen so I can show you a few of those images and we can talk about the changes that have taken place to Franz Josef Platz and what was Semmelturm once. So here we are, first image that I wanted to share. This is that says 50s Wels. This would be Franz Josef Platz. At the time you saw it in the video, it was a bustling bus stop with a nice modern bus depot or bus stop area when we lived there. And even then, there's a little bus there in the 50s, so it had always been apparently quite this bus stop of importance. But here you kind of nicely see sort of that old building structure there in the sort of along the road that I was standing on. You kind of don't see that high rise, the tower. The structure's there to the left of the tower. That's still there in not the greatest of shapes, but yeah, the tower, that building next to it, that they're all just gone these days. So let's look at another couple of pictures to kind of show how from different perspectives Franz Josef Platz would have looked around this time and earlier. Okay, here again, I think this is a extraordinary, beautiful picture, right? Like you kind of get a good sense of sort of the structures here. You kind of see a little bit the older substance, the newer substance, some of that post-war construction, and this the openness of the square. Like today, if you go there, there's nice sort of walk areas on the sides, a bus terminal right in the middle. Cars aren't even allowed to go through this. So this has changed so dramatically, this entire area. But yeah, you can really kind of see the damages done that the war did, and then of course eventually that traffic, quote unquote, damage that um, required the removal of Semmelturm. Yeah, here one more of these beautiful pictures again, right? You kind of get a good sense of this, um, yeah, this area and the narrowness of the roads there. I mean, trying to squeeze the buses that they have today there through that little street would probably have been impossible almost, but Yeah, I mean, it's the realities of old cities. You get stuck with. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes you have to figure out other places where you do things because the space doesn't allow for it. Here it was more like, let's just tear an old historic building down. It's sad. It's a very sad thing when the historic structures have to make room for development, because we can't think in maybe alternative ways. Okay, this is, I think, going to be the last image here, just to give you a sense. This is a beautiful one, 1894. It's probably one of the oldest we can find. Again, you have Semmelturm there nicely in the back. This is a anniversary where the fire departments apparently are at Kaiser Josef Platz. But you kind of also get sort of a sense of the changes in the architecture of the style that, again, the war damages between then and today. So I hope you liked this little exploration of historic images to the modern and the exploration of the holes that the removal of Semmelturm left on the landscapes of Wales, Austria. Hopefully, I see you in another episode, and please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you enjoyed this.